What's up, spooksters? Happy Wednesday. So happy to have all of you here today. I hope you've had a magnificent week. Time is just flying by. Thank you to everybody who joined us last week on our live episode of My Spooky Studio. I was going to say something else, and then I changed course real quick to talk about what kind of short we can all make together. I believe, and Jason believes as well, that it's really important to foster community and to do a lot of things with people and support people and get everybody's creative juices flowing. We had a lot of juice last week. We really appreciate it. We are working hard on the script to make that short that not only did we come up with the concept together, but we also helped come up with the storyline. So thank you so, so much to that. It was a hell of a good time. Thank you to everyone who commented and said they had fun. That's what we like to hear. Woo! So let's see who's in the comments. We've got Corey. What's up, Corey? We celebrated our 2 years yesterday as Captain Sassy Media. Wow, it's been a magnificent ride of 2 years and many, many miles from there to here. Hi, David. Hi, Teddy, Danny, George, Alec. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we are at another week. As you could tell by my title of this, it's going to be, I hope, an interesting episode. You've come with questions, I'm going to have a lot of open chat with this this week. But Jason and I have planned, my birthday's coming up in a couple weeks, and Jason and I have planned a trip to LA, which is not far, and we can actually drive to it, not fly to it, which is a lot of fun. Just a couple of days to celebrate my birthday, and we're going to have a couple of things to. Your fiance has this shirt? We love to see the Nanciness represented. Hey there. So we'll be out there, and we have a couple of things planned. So I did not want to walk around in any sort of sandals doing these things. So I thought, I guess I should probably customize some shoes. And I polled my friends and asked them, what do you think is more Nancy? And we all agreed that the Vans were the most Nancy thing. So I will be customizing Nancy shoes. I have wanted to customize Nancy shoes for a while, or rather pay somebody else, because I do not have the talent that most of these people who make custom shoes have, So I thought it's going to be simple, but I've drawn Nancy's flowers before, etc., etc. That was how I did my first cosplay of Nancy. And if you don't know, Nancy Thompson is the whole reason that I got into horror. She is my hero. She is the center of all my horrorness. And from there, it just kind of blossomed into everything else. So I owe it to Nancy and Nancy Thompson cosplay. So that's why I still like to keep her alive through everything that I do. I have not only the shoes here, I have these little fabric markers that I picked up from Michael's. I really hope that they are the right markers for this situation, because I don't know. They looked to be the right amount of expensive, because I usually aim for stuff that's a little more pricey because I assume that that's good. It says that it's just permanent and that it can handle is machine washable, best on white and light colored fabrics, which these are. So fingers crossed that it works. I'm actually thinking about doing some designs on this little Vans like logo here. I don't know if these will work on that. I might have to turn to some more permanent markers for that. Marge Thompson would put chains and bars on them. She would. Lock, 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 lock. But if you've got any questions, this is also an Ask Me Anything session while I'm in the midst of figuring things out and drawing. Please feel free to ask me your questions.
Ask me the questions, Bridgekeeper. I'm not afraid.
So that's the first thing that popped into my mind when I did it. I'm so happy that worked out. But let's talk about how we're going to kind of tackle this. So obviously, the design choice that I want to put on here is inspired by Nancy Thompson's pajamas. They're in the first movie. They're iconic. They're her battle uniform. This is the shot that I took from Never Sleep Again of her pajamas when Heather was holding them up, because Heather still has Nancy's pajamas. And in fact, I've seen them in person at Horror Hound in 2015 in Indianapolis, and I almost died. that's my holy grail of everything, Nancy's pajamas. But these are the pajamas. These are what I used to get the embroidery pattern and give it to the embroiderer. I think that's the word, to put them on the pajamas. As you can see here, we did the best that we could. We went a little too low. They should have stopped about right here, but you know, I was young. I did my best. Okay. I think I was 16, 17, something like that. But I think here's what I'm going to do. Please make sure to ask questions. It looks like Jason is manning the questions. He has some starred. Thank you, Corey, for the happy anniversary. I so totally appreciate that. You were the one who congratulated us. Emmy, thank you so, so much. David, really, really appreciate that. So yeah, Jason, if you have, if some good questions while I'm not paying attention come in, I will come back to the starred question. So my thought is that I'm going to probably put, so she's got her flowers, which will be on this. And there's a couple different designs. We've got the regular pink pajama flowers. Then we've got the blue ones. The ones on the collar are a little bit different than the ones on the body. And then, of course, she's got the blue piping around everywhere. And I'm not thinking that I'm going to put blue on all of the stitching. I was thinking about putting the blue literally just right here. And then the rest is white and flowers. We've got enough blue. Hopefully that will be enough. We've got a question here. Thumbo says, do you feel left out as an Elm Street fan with all the other horror franchises getting new entries? It's inevitable Freddy will return in some form. I do. I feel like this is such an iconic franchise that, quite frankly, it needs an update. I mean, Halloween basically got rebooted with their requel, and now there's talk of doing a show or something, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre's got a Netflix movie, all these other movies in the meantime, plus a video game now. Evil Dead, I mean, they're just remaking everything. Toxic Avenger is even getting a remake, but no Elm Street. And I do not fault, really, I know that people are trying. That's the thing. It's just that it's kind of caught between the strikes plus, you know, the rights between the Craven estates. Legend has it that they're setting the bar pretty high. They probably really value it. Wes was, you know, related to them. I'm assuming that's how it works. It's just with his family and they have to make that decision. And a lot of people are probably vying for it. So my hopes are that we're going to get something worthwhile out of it. But I guess we'll see, right? Oh, and thank you guys for your concern about Titus, our doggy. He is doing much better. So thank you. All right. I'm going to pick out a couple of colors here. Let's go back to Nancy's pajamas. So it looks like it's going to be one of two pinks, probably one of two greens, this blue, and I'm going to give it a couple of yellows. So we've got some options for her flowers. I think it's going to be the lighter one because they are pretty light in color. This is the lightest blue, so I'm going to go with that. One of these to be in the center, I'm going to probably say it's going to be this. So I'm going to narrow it down to the lighter one. The greens, I want to see what they look like. I'm probably going to start with the lighter one. And if that one doesn't work, then go from there. I'll keep those out. Keep those out. Keep those out. Keep those out. I'm going to keep the comments open. Bembo says, what horror release is remaining this year are you most looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Five Nights at Freddy's. That counts, right? Because it is a horror game. To see Matthew Lillard in that leading role. George says, is it possible that the reason why Elm Street hasn't gotten a new movie is because nobody can come up with a worthwhile story to make a decent movie? Potentially. I've heard of a lot of really great scripts going around, so I don't know if it's that as much as it is a battle probably between the Craven estate and Warner Brothers, who owns the rights, who's a big butthead right now. And they are maybe trying to figure out, okay, we own the domestic rights. This is a Craven estate. Warner Brothers, I guess, owns international rights then. So how does that work on a national scale? They probably have to come to some sort of agreement. Maybe Warner Brothers is like, no, we still would like to have the rights. And the Craven estate is like, no, you're not going to lowball us, et cetera, et cetera. So it's probably very, very messy in legal battles right now. That's what I've heard. Corey said, if you could play Nancy in another franchise, what would it be and why? Like could place Nancy in another franchise. It would probably be Friday the 13th because we've already had that Freddy crossover. And I think she could probably, I would love to see the booby traps unleashed on Jason Voorhees. I think that that would be fantastic. All right. I think I'm going to do that a little last. I'm going to put a flower. What do you guys think? Should I put I think I'm going to put a flower on the tongue and then some flowers around here. Probably a flower here, flower in the back, flower here. Leave that. Maybe try to do a couple up here and then around. I'm really nervous to like do this. Maybe I'll put a Be Nancy on it, or like Nancy on the front. Maybe like a Nancy on the back underneath the flower. I think that's what I'll do. So I'm going to start drawing this flower here. I'm going to pull that picture back up. Bum-ba-dum. Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 5. I can always go back and forth. 1, 3, 4, 6. Because I'm a stickler for details. So I'm going to match that on the one side. Bloop. Bloop. I'm making the flowers. I'm just keeping this up so that I could see what it looks like because, like I said, I'm a stickler for the details. And then I'll just use that as a reference point. Let's see. We've got the 2. Actually, I want to see what this one is. Wait, I could not read that, Jason. I'm sorry. Oh, that's so green. Oh, no. Let's see if this one's better. I think it's going to have to be. Oh, that one's even worse. I actually like this other one more. Okay, so we've got 2. Oh, that one kind of comes out. I'm just going to leave that little duple. Then we've got that kind of protruding. That over there. Oh. All right, I'm going to show you guys. That is, you cannot see that for sure. But I was thinking about putting them around because, so then I'm going to do her blue flowers. Let's see how many she's got. 1, 2, it's got 5 points. 5 points of access. So I'm going to do 1. I'm going to put the little circle in the middle. Go around. Oh no, I overlapped. See, this is the problem here. This is why I don't have the talent. But people get it. Oh, look at that. That blue is like, despite being really light, it's still not that great. I wonder what this green looks like. I'm so afraid to try it out. Can we put it on the box? Let's see. What about the inside of the shoe? I don't know. Oh. Okay, next circle. I'm actually going to do a couple of circles. I'm doing the circles, and then outside of the circles, I'm doing maybe I should use this pinker one. I'm so scared, you guys. I'm scared that this is not, oh, that's like super pink. F it. Might as well make it stand out, right? Boop, doop, 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 doop. God, I am just not good at this. This is embarrassing, honestly. I guess I'll go in with the darker green then. That looks better, I guess. It's just that one of these colors is way too harsh. I'm going to go back in with some of this flowerness. And then I guess I'm going to drop that. We're going to stick with these colors. I really did like that one though. Boop, boop. Okay, now I've kind of mastered it a little bit. There's a lot of bleeding here in this part of the shoe. Do I have like a lighter, maybe this color? Because inside the flowers, if you see on the pink one, like leading up to the other lighter pink part, there's like a little brown thing. That's what I'm trying to capture here. Okay. See, that's why I'm a stickler for detail. And I guess I'll keep that other pink for the other flower because it's a little bit different of a color. Your girl likes her details. Your girl likes her details. This is why I'm so maddening. This is why. I did not make that hole big enough in the middle for the yellow. All right, and then I'm going to put another pink and another little blue. Okay, okay. Oh, Nancy-fying my shoes. I've just wanted to do this for so long that I just, you know, it's like I wish I'd have done it sooner. I'm trying to make this kind of fit the other way. Forgot to mirror it. Well, crap, I used the wrong pink. No, can I fill that in? No, it doesn't work. It's okay. It's okay. I'm trying my bestest. You know, I should have started with the yellow circle in the first place because this looks way better like this. Look at that. We've got some flowers on it. Look at that. Yay. Oh, man. Let's see. Tony said, first experience of learning about Freddie Mime was at a store, Cardboard Fred out in Elm Street, too. I think I had seen, it's really hard to trace back because I honestly can't remember. I remember being afraid of the bed when Marge is getting sucked into the bed at the end, or rather floating down into the foggy lightningness of the bed at the end of part 1. And that always freaked me out. And I think that is a bit of a core memory for me. Fembo said, when I say iconic movie shoes, what first comes to mind? Oh, God. The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy shoes. Tony said, my story is Freddie has lost his power, so he recruits the new girl on Elm Street to take over the mantle. He seduces her like Palpatine. That's a good part. My favorite part of Screamed, that's the musical that we went to, the Scream musical here in Las Vegas. I would say my favorite part of Screamed would have to be, it might be Tatum's death. I thought it was really funny. I believe she sang that to Torn. And I was not expecting it, but they had Randy, who was kind of like the ringmaster of the whole thing with the flashlight as she started going up inside. And you thought somebody was lifting her until they, like, I'm pretty sure put her on a hook, or somebody was super strong and just lifted her all the way up. I was not expecting that. That was really, really fun. And anytime Joey, who played Stu, was in it, he was a spot on Stu Macher. He looked so much like Matthew Lillard. And for those of you who don't know, Screamed is a parody musical that is happening here in Las Vegas at the Majestic Repertory Theater now through November 4th. And it is a little theater, but it's a magical experience. They've just parodied Scream in the best way possible. George said, even though Nancy is technically dead in the canon timeline, would you want to see Nancy Thompson and Alice Johnson team up to take on Freddie? Technically in the canon, I mean the film timeline, not everybody knows this, but in the canon timeline, she's still alive in the beautiful dream. She, the Innovation Publishing comics, which were commissioned by New Line to be the official lead-in to Freddie's Dead, The Final Nightmare, stated that Nancy is really, Kristen dreamed her into the beautiful dream, as she said, and Nancy is living there. She's thriving there. She's serving as the good alternative to Freddie's evil. And in it as well is actually Alice. And Alice and Nancy had sort of a little bit of a run-in, but they don't really get to talk, which is kind of a huge bummer. But Nancy saves Alice. Thank you so much. And she lives on there. And I've always assumed at the end of the third movie where they have Nancy as like, I'm going to do that side as like a, sorry, at the end, I'm very bad at doing multitasking of thinking and talking at the same time. Ask Jason, he'll tell you. At the end, when the light comes on, I believe that it's not Freddie, that is in fact Nancy. And there's part of me that I really think that genuinely. Oops, I'm going to bring that back up. All right, we're going to get the hook in here because this is one of the bigger ones that's on the tongue. On the tongue. There's actually two there. Forgot about that. Bloop. So hard to draw this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Gotta get these. I'm getting a little bit of these little flowers over here on the sides. And they don't necessarily, the petals don't have to connect because they don't always on her pajamas. If you look at the picture. And if you haven't looked at the picture, you know, look at the picture when I bring it up. My dad and I put it into paint when I had to turn it in, and we went so hard. Oh my goodness. Look, I put the little flowers on it. Yay. Oh, what if right here, I know what I'm going to do right there. I know exactly what I'm going to do right there. I'm going to do a little bit of a bigger flower here and on the other side because I really want the white to stand out a lot. I want the white to stand out a lot. I think on the heel, I'm going to do her sledgehammer. I think that's perfect. What do you guys think? Do you like the idea of putting the sledgehammer on the heel? Because I don't mean to brag, but I think that's a really good idea. A really good idea. I'm going to fill this in and then come back to some questions because, like I said, my ability to multitask is not much of an ability. I'm quite terrible at it. Quite terrible at it. Oh, look at that beautiful little flowy. Look at that flowy. This is why people charge so much for custom shoes and stuff, because it is hard. Because you don't want it to bleed too much. You want it to be pretty neat. I'm actually going a little faster than I probably should be. A little fast. All right. So things seemed to like be way too, you know, I could probably actually go over some of these if I thought it was too dark to lighten it up a little bit. What? Not when I went outside the lines. But the way that it's drying is pretty much a decent color. So I feel pretty happy about that. Pretty happy about that. Let's take a look again. I'm going to do maybe on the sides here, her like little ones from the collar, because there's just two rather than more of them. There's just two. So I think I'm going to do this one is on this side. So I think I'm going to go that way. All right. There's like it's like a big old little chonky one. And there's the little thing coming out. And then there's like this, I don't know how you would describe it, like a little petal, but not, and then there's just like this tiny little petal coming out right there. But yeah, coming out the front side is one of the brown things again. And then we've got the little flower on the edge. Oh, I'm going to put a couple little blue flowers there too. I'm going to get this covered. Ah, I drew on myself. I hope I don't get that on the shoe. Crap. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Those details, man, they make all the difference. I was really impressed with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. They came out with a cosplay guide for anybody who wants to cosplay any of the characters, and you know people will. So I think that's really smart. Movies should start doing that as part of their marketing, just giving everybody a little breakdown of what costumes look like up close. Because people will cosplay. If they like a game well enough, they will cosplay. And so you should make the most out of it. Did I drop? What did I drop? Oh, this one. That one. Oh, got a little bit of a weird color on that. I do like where this is going. I really do, because Nancy's pajamas aren't fully covered in patterns. So I don't want to go too hard on most of this. I think I actually might stick to the bottom. So that way it's almost like the reverse of her PJs, where, you know, the bottom is just plain white and the top is what has the pattern on it. I would really like to find the pajamas that they used, because I know that they had mentioned something about them being like, they picked them up in like Chinatown or something like that. So who else has Nancy pajamas out there and who's willing to share them with me? Because nobody that I know has found them, but I'm determined if anybody's going to find them, it's going to be me. It's going to be me. All right. So we've got flowers, 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 flowers. Let's see. The bump line around the high top of the ankle with the green and pink are the accent lines on the side. Ooh, we've got 9 comments. Fave Nancy themed piece in my collection. I love the Nancy doll that, you can't see her. There she is. That Paige made me, because she's the only Nancy Barbie doll that I have, and I love dolls. So I have her and I love her, and Paige, of course, did everything accurately, but I also love my I Am Nancy poster right there from the release of I Am Nancy, where Heather wrote on it, "You are Nancy," and that means a lot to me. So I really love that. Making art. I'm trying, dude. If A Nightmare on Elm Street had an animated adaptation, what kind of Disney? Oh, adaptation, Disney, Tim Burton. I'd want it to be like Batman, maybe. Although something like Arkham Asylum, no, that would be for the video game. I feel like anime would be really good too. I really do. Anime, they usually get pretty bloody, so that might fit. Dream Master that guides Alice is actually Nancy, my little theory. I mean, I'm with you there. That's a really good theory, Corey. What character's death would you be the most scared way for you to die? Dan's, because that looks so painful in part 5 when he just gets injected and all his skin falls off. I don't want that. Or Kristen being burned alive. I don't like that either. Which Elm Street movie did you see first? Mine was part 5. Saw it in the theaters when I was 4 years old. It was Freddy's. Well, actually, I think I might have watched a lot of part 2. I can't remember it though. But it was really Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. That was the first one. Doll of Amanda Kruger? Yes, it is. It was a gift from Beatrice Bupley, who plays Amanda. Hi, Mud. How is the short coming along? It's coming along good, dude. We're currently in the middle of writing it. Tony said, love how cool your cube thingy looks with the red behind it and the Halloween 3 masks. Thank you. Jason is a master of the visual arts and lighting. So that is all him. Mud said, I'm drunk, so forgive my randomness. Deandra, have you ever seen the movie Deathgasm? I love Deathgasm. I made Jason watch Deathgasm. It's one of my favorite horror movies. I freaking love it. I cannot wait for the part 2 when it comes out, because it's coming. It's coming. All right. So should I do, what do you think? Should the Vans line be the blue piping? Should that be the blue piping of her pajamas? Or should we not do the blue piping? Or should the blue piping be somewhere else, like along the sides here? Or should it be at the top? I almost feel like it should be the Vans line. I don't know what should be the blue piping, guys. Help me out. Where should I put the blue piping? Because I'm going to, while we're thinking about that, I'm going to put her sledgehammer and Be Nancy on the back. Sledgehammer. And then I'm basically just going to copy what I'm doing here on the other shoe. I'm only doing one shoe. I'm just kidding. No, that's a little bit short. We're going to bring it out a little bit. Make that a nice sledgehammer. Oh, the sledgehammer. Oh, we love a good sledgehammer. Yes, queen. Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer. Looks ridiculous. Oh, man. And then put it in what? Black? Yeah. Be Nancy. Ooh, that C caught in a way I did not want it to. Look at that. We've got the sledgehammer on the back. We've got the flowers on the side, on the front. Not too much. I did think about putting one there, but honestly, I like it around here because it's almost like the way that that's designed. What do you guys think this shoe needs else? So we've got that. I kind of like it being simple, but what do you think? Do the Vans line. Do you think the Vans line should be the blue? Is that what you think? Anybody else agree? I'm thinking that should be it. Maybe let's try to do fudge. I'm so nervous that's not gonna stick. You're saying this Vans line, right, Danny? You think this Vans line right here should be Nancy's blue piping? What do you guys think? Is that too much? Let me know in the comments because I'm scared now because that's such a big chunk. It's such a big chunk of the whole shoe. And I'm nervous that I'm going to fudge it up. But I trust you, Danny. I really do. I'm just nervous for myself because I'm not very good. All right. We're doing a couple of these. Doing the outlines so I know where to place the flowers. Flowers. Such a big chunk. It is. So wait, Jeremiah, you agree that the blue piping should be this blue on the shoe? Jason, what do you think? Would I screw it up? Would that be too much, or do you think it should be somewhere else? Do it? Okay. All right, that's 3. 3, the magic number. Oh my God, I need like a big marker. Oh no. What if I get this wrong? What if I get this wrong? Fabric marker. That's one of the things that scares me the most. Okay. You know what? This is looking real nice. It's looking real nice. Real nice. Yeah, I'm going to finish this shoe. Yeah. You guys got this. You're so good. See, this is why I have to poll the audience constantly, from creating shorts to designing Nancy shoes. We've got to poll the audience because obviously you guys know better than I do. This is what friends are for, y'all. You're supposed to ask your friends as whether or not you should put the Vans line and make it Nancy blue. Oh, it is getting a little funky. I'm going to make it blue now, but I might have to go get myself like a light blue Sharpie just to be sure. We love a good Sharpie, don't we? We love a good Sharpie. All right, here's the one side. What do you guys think? I think that's it. I think you freaking nailed it, Danny. I think you were right. So then this shoe will be done and I'll move on to shoe 2. Like ASMR. Does anybody else out here? Fudge, I messed up. Does anybody else out here listen to ASMR? Raise your hands. Because I have a confession to make, and that is that when I feel like I need to fall asleep, I listen to ASMR. I do. But and it as weird as it might seem, it is oddly comforting. I started listening to ASMR when I was in college. I had such a problem falling asleep because it was my senior year. I didn't know what the heck to do with myself. I was getting ready to enter into the real world. Like, you live your whole life in school and now you're not. Now you don't get, Christmas break. Now you don't get a whole summer off. What are you talking about? What the fudge? Oh, there it is. There's the Nancy shoe, you guys. Look at the Nancy shoe. We love the Nancy shoe. Yeah, you guys will definitely see this shoe pop up. That's so cute. Oh my God. Ah. Oh, we got 6 questions. Robert said, your new interview about the Scream parody is awesome. Thank you. I really enjoy your commentary and the way you interview people. That means a lot. Jason and I have really worked on that. We often will do videos and then we'll do what we call a plus delta, or I call it a plus delta. That's something that I learned along the way in my marketing time. And it's basically where we will watch something that we've created and then say, okay, did we like this? Did this turn out how we wanted it to? What could we have done better? And we'll go from there. I have to add another blue one because I just added a little thing to this. So now I got to even it out. What a dork. Can you believe? All right, there we go. I got a little cramped over there. I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen again. Don't want to get too cramped on the Nancy shoe. Did I finish my thought? Was that a complete sentence? Somebody let me know, because I'm not entirely sure. That is a weird looking design without anything else attached to it. I will say that. I call Elm Street 4 the best superhero movie of all time. Yeah. What do you think of that? It's totally a superhero movie. Oh, you mean Nightmare 3? Or do you mean Nightmare 4? It is Nightmare 3 and Nightmare 4 have superhero elements to them together. Favorite creature feature, Creature from the Black Lagoon. That was one of the first horror movies I ever watched, and I love it. Have you ever played Nightmare on Elm Street video game for the original Nintendo? No, I haven't played the NES game. I want to just own it and just keep it around, but I would like to play it. I heard it's hard as heck. I played the pinball machine. What ASMR is my go-to? I like personal attention because I love getting massages and like facials and stuff like that. There's also some just really random ones out there, usually horror-based. My favorite, I don't remember her name, but she did this vampire one last October. I think it might be like Atmosphere ASMR or something, where she's tapping on a window, basically asking you to let her in. And that is a constant go-to for me. I absolutely love that one. She's beautiful in it. She does fantastic work with like background special effects. I don't know what you'd call it. And she's managed to be threatening, but also soothing in it. As weird as that sounds, I can't believe I just confessed that the first ASMR I ever did, like I didn't realize it was ASMR, was Freddy glove videos. I just loved the sound of the glove. And the more that I watched glove videos, the more they helped me fall asleep. And I didn't know why. I didn't know anything about that until a couple of years, like I said, into college, about 10 years ago. 10 years ago, probably about now, I started to watch ASMR. It was 2013. And I know it was definitely before Christmas. So yeah, that was, it's my favorite ASMR. What kind of ASMR do you like? Dangerous Minds with Heather, I have. I enjoy it very, very much. Or you mean Fugitive Minds? I had her sign, I think, a DVD copy of that. Do a reading of Wes Craven's version of A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 on this channel. You mean like the script? I've actually been having talks with people to do that, to do a reading of Dream Warriors, the West version, and cast people in it, which I think would be so much fun. Sorry, I'm not doing a very good job keeping up with the comments, you guys. I am just so concerned with my artistic skills or lack thereof when it comes to these shoes. Oh man, I think I went too big. Oh, no. I hate it when I go too big because then I've got to like figure things out. What am I doing with my life? Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Oh man. Oh my goodness. Ah. Sorry. I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I subjected myself to this. Now you guys know that I'm not talented. I'm not a good artist. A lot of people in my family are really good artists, except for me. I did not get that drawing bone. I got skeleton bones instead. All right, well, boom. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so freaking funny. I can't believe I'm this embarrassing and I put it out in front of all my friends. You guys are going to be like, that Deandra, she can't do art for crap. She can't do art for crap. People are going to be like, please, I would love Nancy's shoes, but do not do them for me because you're terrible. I'll be like, well, you know what? I tried. And I don't want you to have my Nancy shoes. You don't deserve them. You don't deserve my Nancers. Air Jordans. These are Air Nancy's. No, these are Vancy's. Oh my God, they're Vancy's. I can't believe that. I feel like I just heard Jason throwing up in the bedroom. I'm almost positive. Vancy's. Vancy Thompson. You guys ever seen Groundhog Day? My parents, there's a part in it when Bill Murray has this girl come up to him and he's like, Nancy Taylor or something like that. And my parents would always go, Nancy Thompson, 1428 Elm Street. Always crack me up every time I watch that movie. I think about that. Wow. Okay, you're getting a little abstract with the flowers here. What is that all about? What am I doing? Hello. Embarrassing. I'm not going to let anybody get up close and personal. They're going to be like, can I look at the details? I'm going to be like, nope, you cannot look at any details. These details are strictly forbidden. They are for my eyes only. Stay back 10 feet. The worst part about this is usually when I have some kind of discussion, I have a lot of notes. Here's what you need to say here. Smile, wave, say, but this is my train of thought. It's just running. It's running out. It's running out for the world to see what kind of thoughts I have. How am I doing on time? 7:44. Jesus. I can't believe I've been drawing that long. What the heck? Oh, that flower is ripe. That flower is not doing so well. It's okay though, right? Life is about making mistakes. I'm apologizing for that. I'd like to apologize to all the Nancy fans out there for whatever the heck I'm doing right now. Whatever I'm trying to do. Really, I don't want to let you guys down. I'm sorry. Sorry if you feel like I have not. No, what are you doing? Why are you putting green on that? Don't do that. You embarrass me. Now there's going to be a big green spot where it should be pink. Ugh. Thank you for handling that, Jason. I appreciate you so much. Sorry that I'm in the middle of being artsy fartsy. I said, ask me anything. It's mostly ask me anything. Okay, that one went a little bit in, so I'm just going to say that's how I'm doing this design. That's how I'm covering it up. This is my interpretation of Nancy's flowers. Don't tell anybody I'm just bad at art, please. I'll find you. Find you and I'll tell you a dad joke. And then you'll be sorry. Then you'll be like, oh no, not the dad joke. And I'll be like, oh, ha, ha, dad jokes. And you'll be like, spare me, please. And I'll be like, absolutely not. Why does that flower look like Patrick Star? Now I'm just blasting. I'm blasting through here, y'all. Blasting. All right. I've gotten the front of the shoes. Now I need the sledgehammer. The sledgehammer is going to go this way. I'm going to put that like in the middle. Color that in. Color that in. Yeah. Yeah, she tried, you guys. She's trying. Sorry, Vans box. Introducing my Vansies. God, I'm so good at puns. Let's try this again. B Nan C. Yes, it's better. All right, now we got to get the blue. Before I get the blue. Oh, look at that sick ass shoe, man. Oh, fuck, a sick ass shoe. You know what, Danny? You know what? You're right. Oh, George, what do you have to say? Have you ever been to the Monster Mania convention in New Jersey? No, dude, that's on my bucket list. That is one of those top cons that has been around for such a long time. Have you been there? Anybody been to Monster Mania? What's it like? Do a collab with Celis from Sweet and Spooky. They do script reads on her channel. Ooh. I have been talking back and forth with her a lot on Instagram. That would be fun. I will invite her. I will definitely invite her. Absolutely. Dylan as well. At first, I was like, what? A lot of people ask me if I've seen Dylan's New Nightmare, and I'm like, kind of. Yeah, that was a really nerve-wracking moment for me because it's 3 words, but I knew that it was like building up in this movie that has Nico Hughes back, plus another bunch of actors, and like this fan film is like, well, boom, boom, up a notch, and most people would be expecting Heather. So I'm really glad that a lot of people actually thought it was her. It bugs me when people say Nancy is pulling a Home Alone. Nancy did it first. She did. He's pulling a Nancy Thompson. No, couldn't handle it. Oh, God. Another one of my bucket list conventions is Midsummer Scream in California, which they just posted today that they will be doing their convention in July of 2024. I got blue on my shoe again. I can't wash it off because it's supposed to be permanent. I don't think I'm going to ever wash these. Oh my gosh. This is so nervous. It's like doing surgery. Surgery. I wish I could cover it up, but people are going to be like, why is there a blue dot? Why is there green in your flower? And I'd be like, where the fudge are your Nancy shoes? Oh, you don't have any? Oh. It's because you don't have the guts to make them. You don't have the Nancy-ness to make Nancy shoes. Biatch. Just kidding. Biatch is mean. One thing I always loved about Nancy is that she swears, her little, so it makes me laugh so hard. Oh, it's so funny. What a character. I don't know, not too many other girls swear. Sydney does, which is one of the things I love about her. Because she's so meek. you know, in her own way. She's so quiet, but she will cut a bitch or punch a bitch or do whatever. And I love that about her. Love it. We've got the blue on one side. It's turning out really well. I feel like I might go over the pink and the flowers with that lighter pink just to try to get it to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe a little bit lighter pink, like a more pastel pink, because that's what's really bothering me. Like it's got that pop of pink, but it's not the pastel pink, which the flowers need to be more pastel-y than like highlighter pink. But the sledgehammer is good. And this blue is a little bit darker than it should be. Fudge! Well, I guess it's even now. But it's, oh my God. Slow, slow. Patience is not my thing. And it shows. So maybe a reason why I couldn't be an artist, because I'd be like, I want to be perfect now. I don't want to wait. Hello, thank you. Well, let's go over some of this. Let's see if this makes a difference. Will it? I want to see how it dries because I think it's just going to make it worse. Maybe touch up some of this green. Fudge you. Fudge you. I know I had another green. Where did you go, my green? Where did you go? I think I'm just going to do it on the front. I think it's fine. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, I hate that. It was only this in that awful movie. I know, but you know what? It is, I think every time I watch it, I'm like, I don't know why I dislike it so much. But Freddie in it is just this, I just hate his makeup. I hate the glove. I hate the Freddy's Dead makeup and glove. Actually, no, I hate the Freddy's Dead makeup less. I hate the glove less. More. I don't know. If I had to pick a glove, it'd probably be, I'd prefer Freddy's Dead only because it means so much to me. I just don't like the design of Freddy at all in Dream Child. I really love Amanda Kruger. I really do. I love PJs and shoes and compare. Oh, thank you, Jason. I love Amanda Kruger. I got a little green at the top. It's okay. It's okay. Beatrice is great. Her book, The Kruger Curse, A Nightmare Before Elm Street, is really great, just about Amanda's upbringing and her relationship with Freddie and everything leading up to his barbecue and all sorts of things. It's an interesting book that feels like it was written by a hardcore fan. And there are some things in there that just so happen to be coincidental that I'm very, very impressed with it. Yeah, the part 6 makeup is way too human looking. I just don't like it. All right, let's look. Pajamas. Shoes. We've got the blue piping, which is the Van Smart, because the blue piping is basically anywhere that you see piping. So we've got that. Without getting too crazy, we've got the flowers on it. And then on the back, I've added her sledgehammer and a B Nancy. What do you guys think of the shoes? Did I do okay? Did I do a pretty good job on them? Would you look at these shoes and say, ah, those are impressive? Hey, Cody. Welcome, dude. So there they are. Finally got some Nancy Vans. I can't wait to wear these. Some Vancies. I love my Vancies, but let me get back to your questions. Oh, you're so nice. Thank you, buddy. Let's see. Does anybody have any other questions? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, lots of Jersey. Oh, I bet I have never actually eaten Italian food in Jersey, but I would love to. Oh, you fancy, huh? So yeah, those are my Nancy shoes. I, appreciate you guys sticking in while I ramble and put these together, and you could see all of my little imperfections. But if you ever see me wearing these, which I will around a convention, you know how, how they came together. Did I use the wrong pink on that? Ugh, I think I did. It's okay. Only I know and you guys know. I've got a lot of guests coming up over the next couple of weeks. What? Oh, oopsie daisies. Yeah, I'll definitely be wearing these to conventions, and then you'll know how it all went down. I have a lot of guests coming up over the next several weeks. Next week's guest is going to be Evotre's Littles, which from Horror Movies and Beyond. Absolutely adore her. She's such a hustler. She's always interviewing people. She's putting it on YouTube. She's putting it on Instagram. She's doing stuff on Twitter. She's working hard constantly, and I admire that hustle. She has big dreams. We've talked a lot back and forth. We're hopefully going to be doing some collaborations in the future. I admire the heck out of her. She has hosted panels. I think it was at Midsummer Scream where she hosted a panel about POC creators. And I'm just amazed by her. So she's going to be on next week. I'm going to put out a call to action for questions, but of course you can always ask her questions in real time. Tomorrow we're also going to be on, and by we, I mean Jason and I are going to be with Sledgehammer Horror. Hey, Sledgehammer Horror. We got any Sledgehammer Horror fans in the house? I love it because, you know, they're Ken Sledge, Ashley Sledge. I love my sledgehammers. So the two sledgehammers unite, plus Jason, the captain. And we're going to be talking about our top 10 horror accessories. And I'm curious to see what their list is. I decided to get a little creative with mine. Jason and I are talking back and forth about them. And so that'll be tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So please make sure to tune into that. That will be live. Yes. Dancy Nancy. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, cool. Yes. That would be really cool. Do you know, are they planning to go? I must have missed that. You're going to Salem. Are you going to Salem in October? Anybody going to Salem in October? Anytime around there? I would love to go to Salem, although a lot of people have told me to not go in October because it gets crazy. Some people have suggested May, which at some point I will probably take them up on. Although I do want to go on like a New England road trip in the fall. Somebody made an Instagram reel about it, and just driving past barns and getting cider and seeing old towns is like, it's so perfectly Halloween. Maybe go to Halloween Town. It'd be great. Be great. I'll be there because my GF is. Oh, that's awesome. So you've been there a lot. Wow. Yeah, Elm Street Kid for the first movie. That'd be cool. And then just give them away. I should just give them away to the actors. Heather can't have these though. They're mine. Sorry. Sorry about that, Heather. Yeah. So I hope, I think that's the show for now. Jason and I have to eat dinner and we've got to get ready to go somewhere. Scarefest. Oh, buddy. Jealous. I love Scarefest. I bet Maine is really nice. I've been to May in the summer and it's been wonderful. So I'm sure it's great that time of year. But I hope to see you guys same place, same time next Wednesday, always at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. And if you've got, and if there's a change, we'll always let you know. We'll usually leave a community post or I'll put it out there somewhere. Until then, make sure to watch great horror movies, or rather try to find great horror movies, because sometimes you got to watch a couple of stinkers before you get to some great ones. Yeah, I hope you find things that you enjoy. And stay. Oh, wait a second. I'm not going to finish. We've got a question from Robert here. Get that Nancy Barbie shirt. I think I actually might have gotten it from T-Villain or Redbubble. Do I have anything on here? I'm going to have to take off my shirt and tell you guys. I think I'll leave it in the description because I just can't find it now, and I'm not going to take off my shirt. What am I? What am I? Thank you guys for tuning in. See if you can find great horror movies to watch. There's a lot of interesting Halloween shows on Max. If you have Max, they've got Halloween Wars. They've got a gingerbread show off where the last episode is in a Nightmare on Elm Street episode, and everybody's creating Freddy Kruegers and boiler rooms and stuff like that. You've got to check that out. It is aces. And I'll see you guys next week. Stay spooky, my friends. Tony, appreciate you so much. Thank you. Have a good night, everybody. See you next week. Vansies for life.